Mitch, how's the feeling in the group after that one?
Oh, mate, yeah, pretty shattered group. Disappointing to lose that game. But yeah, fair play to Sri Lanka. So the way they batted, they outplayed us, but the boys are hurting.
Can you talk us through the decision to leave Matt Renshaw out of the side? He was your leading sort of run scorer leading into this match.
Well, I had to come back in, so that was probably the main reason.
I guess sort of lost your way through the back end of that innings there. I guess talk us through that, especially given that the lead in with the series in Pakistan and the spin playing a big role there and spin playing a big role here. How much of a factor was that? And I guess the play against spin amongst the group, how much of that been focused?
Yeah, look, I think it was probably just execution tonight. That full strength batting lineup has got some of the best players to spin in Australia, well, the best players to spin in Australia. So it was probably more just execution tonight, and I thought Sri Lanka pulled it back beautifully. We were a few short after the start that we got. We probably knew that going into the second innings, but we had great belief that we'd get the job done, but we were outplayed.
How much did, I guess, the moving parts at the start of the tournament, like this group has played a lot together over the past 12 months, but still those guys coming in and out to start the tournament, and you probably didn't get your best side on the park until tonight, really. Yeah,
look, I think if you look back over the last 2 years in the white ball squads, we've had moving parts every tour, every game, so that's something that you sort of force into at times. But yeah, we were just outplayed tonight, and disappointed.
Imran Ahmed, Delhi Sachin from Pakistan. Delhi, according to the points table, your team impossible to reach Super 8. It is the first time the Australia will not qualify the next round of this event. What are you saying? It is a situation.
I think is it still technically possible? Yeah, there's still a chance.
Marsh, it's just a bad luck actually. You are one of the best opening partnership, 104 runs in 8.3 overs. It was a fantastic platform made by you and Head. But all of a sudden, what happened? I mean, the batting selection or something like the ball like that, they almost green, other all collapsed. Was it the dew factor, or spinners were doing quite good? Because 180 runs is also a good score here. But even if you would have made 220, today it seemed it could have been scored.
I guess we'll never know if what would have happened if we made 220. But as I said earlier, we had a good platform, but we just weren't able to execute towards the back end, and it's disappointing. Certainly not here to blame anyone, but we're a disappointed bunch.
Mitch, 97 for 0 after 8 overs, 181 at the end. What happened in that back 12?
Have I answered that like twice already? I think the same answer as the other couple of questions, but we just weren't able to execute. We know that they've got. We knew that we were going to face spin towards the back end. It slowed up a little bit, but again, just execution.
Yeah. And the bowling of Dushmantha Chameera, I think you bowled 3 right at the death. What did you make of that?
Yeah, well, obviously had to make a few changes to the way they went with their bowling due to the injury. But fair play. I thought he bowled really well towards the back end. And took wickets, and I think there's a period where he maybe scored 5 runs in 8 balls or something. And it was fair play.
Mitch. Mitch, against Zimbabwe, you only managed to get 2 wickets. In that game, again, 2 wickets, so 4 wickets in 2 big games. How much has that been a difference with you hanging by a thread, trying to qualify for the Super 8?
Oh yeah, look, Zimbabwe batted really well, but you're right, we weren't able to take as many wickets and apply as much pressure as we would have liked to. And I thought tonight Nissanka he played brilliantly, and take our situation and our team out of it. You take your hat off to someone when they score 100 off 50 balls in a World Cup match in a tight run chase at this stage of our group. So yeah, take my hat off to him, and it was an incredible innings, and we didn't have many answers for him tonight.
Hi Mitch, like if you look at the 10 over mark in both innings, the teams were fairly evenly placed. Obviously it went very awry for you in the second half of your innings, but how different was the conditions in the second half of the Sri Lankan innings? Was there a lot of dew, and was that why there was, I mean, we saw in the first innings that the ball was gripping and turning. Was that not the case in the second innings? Why was that Sri Lanka were able to accelerate post that 10 over mark?
Yeah, I don't think there was much dew. It didn't feel dewy. I'm not sure if the wicket got better. I didn't feel that way. But I know that in these conditions, partnerships are incredibly important. And if you look at the two innings outside of our opening partnership, we just weren't able to form a good one to get going again. And so yeah, that's probably the difference in the game.
Last two.
Mitch, a lot of players came on in good form from the Big Bash League, but then you went to Pakistan, and you now lost a couple on the trot here. Is there a sense that the team's kind of lost momentum as a group, or what's happening kind of broader?
Yeah, look, it's a question. I guess Pakistan was a fairly different group to what we had here. We understood that going into it. There were some guys that couldn't be there due to injury and coming back. So we accepted that going to Pakistan. It's tournament play. You lose a game that you shouldn't. With all due respect to Zimbabwe, they played fantastic. And you're under the pressure, and tonight we were outplayed. So that's the position we find ourselves in.
Mitch, how is the injury? It looked like you landed awkwardly there trying to stop a ball.
Yeah, probably didn't need to. Well, I did need to dive, but I was a little bit sore, but I'm absolutely fine, and yeah, I'll be sweet.
How hard is it when, I guess, how much does it upset your plans, I guess, when it looked like, especially in the last game, Zimbabwe blunted the effectiveness of your two senior bowlers in Alice and Zampa, and then they kind of did the same again tonight. You kind of have to get their overs out of the way early. Is that kind of a bit of an upset to sort of bowling plans, when they blunt your sort of two most effective bowlers, I guess?
Yeah, well, they're certainly our two most experienced players. No doubt we went to them whenever we were sort of under pressure. I haven't had a chance to really think about how they played tonight in terms of tactics and stuff, or had a look at it, but they played well.
And do you watch the Ireland game tomorrow, the Ireland-Zimbabwe game, as a group, or do you sort of just go separate ways?
I dare say that we'll all be watching it. Whether or not it's together or not, we'll wait and see, but what do you say, the luck of the Irish, eh? Right now, it's out of my control. Well, it's out of our control, so we wait and see.
That's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Imran Ahmed, Daily Sachin from Pakistan. Australia and Pakistan won the toss against Zimbabwe and India, but lose the match. Today, Sri Lanka won the toss and left field. Pakistan and Australia was also left the field. They lose, but you win. In your mind, what is your strategy to your team to first field and then chase the target?
මම හිතන්නේ විකට් එක අපි කලින් මේ ගහපු විකට් එකක් තිබ්බදී අපි දන්නවා මේකේ කලින් මැච් එක අපි හොඳට බැට් කරා හොඳ විකට් එකක්. ඉතින් අපි බැලුවේ මුලින් බැට් කරලා මුලින් ෆීල් කරන්න. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා අපි ගත්ත ඩිසිෂන් එක හරි කියලා.
So what he says is that we had played here previously and we know the wicket quite well, and the decision was to field first and then chase the runs.
Congratulations. Actually, you are just having 180 runs on the board, and the way you started losing the first wicket after that, what actually motivated you and the batsmen there? Because is it a ground that you are playing here, at home ground, it helped you more, or the batsmen, or the dew point also helped you in winning this game?
ඇත්තටම පළවෙනි විකට් එක ගියාට පස්සේ කුසල් මැන්ඩිස්ුයි මායි ප්ලෑන් කරේ හොඳ පාවර් ප්ලේ එකක් ගහලා ඉවර කරන්න. මම හිතනවා ඉතින් එයා හොඳ ස්ටාර්ට් එකක් ගත්තා. ඉතින් ඒ හින්දා මගේ ඉනින් එකත් කන්ටිනියු කරන්න ලේසි වුණා. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා අපි දන්නවා මේකේ ඩියු වෙනවා කියලා. ඉතින් අපි දෙන්න බැලුවේ ඒක එනකන් නෝමල් බැට් කරන්න.
So what he's saying is they know that there is dew coming in, but they wanted to have a good start in the first 6 overs, and they managed to get it through batting with Kusal, and that really helped him. And then he continued to bat normally.
Pathum මේ ලුක් කුස්ලානේ ශතකයක් ලබාගත්ත පළවෙනි ක්‍රීඩකයා සහ ලංකාව වෙනුවෙන් 20 තරඟවල ශතක දෙකක් ලබාගත්තු පළවෙනි ක්‍රීඩකයා. කොතරම් සතුටුද?
ඇත්තටම ගොඩක් සතුටුයි ඒ ගැන. මොකද වර්ල්ඩ් කප් එක 100ක් ගහන්න මගේ ලොකු ටාගට් එකක් තිබ්බ. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මට ඒක ඇචීව් කරන්න පුළුවන්. ගොඩක් සතුටුයි ඒ ගැන මට.
පැතුම් මුලින්ම ග්ලෙන් මැක්ස්වර්ගේ උඩ පන්දුවක් මගේ හැරී ගියා. නමුත් ඔබ ඊටත් වඩා හොඳ සුපිරි උඩ පන්දුවක් රැකගත්තා. ඒ වෙලාවේ ඔබට මොන වගේ හැඟීමක්ද තිබ්බේ? උඩ පන්දුව ඇතරින් පස්සේ ඔබට මොන වගේ හැඟීමක්ද තිබ්බේ? සහ ඉන් අනතුරු ඒ ලබාගත් උඩ පන්දුවත් එක්ක මේ කණ්ඩායමත් එක්ක මොන වගේ හැඟීමක්ද තිබ්බේ? ඊට පස්සේ ඔබ හොඳ ශතකයක් වාර්තා කරලා කණ්ඩායම ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා රැගෙන ගියා.
ඔව් ඇත්තටම මුල්ම කැච් එක ඇතරුණාට පස්සේ පොඩ්ඩක් කනගාටු වුණා. මොකද හොඳ විකට් එකක් ඒක ඉතින් එයාගේ විකට් එක ගන්න ඕනේ. ඉතින් පස්සේ මගේ මයින්ඩ් එකෙන් මම හිතාගත්තා මම ටීම් එකේ මොකක් හරි දෙයක් කරනවා කියලා. ඉතින් ඒ වෙලේ මම දැනගත්තේ හරිව ස්විප් එකක් ගහයි කියලා. ඉතින් ඒක අවුලේ තියාගෙන තමයි මම ඒ වෙලේ ෆීල් කරේ. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා වාසනාවන්ත විදිහට කැච් එක අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන් වුණා කියලා.
I'm Shashank Wag from Pune, India. Congratulations, you are qualified. India has also qualified yesterday, so both host nations have qualified in Super 8. We hope at least we will make one history out of these two, lifting the cup. So best of luck for that. And coming back to today's match, I think reading the pitch, Australia has misread the pitch, and they should have restricted you much lesser than the 180. I'm sorry, Australia should have scored more, and they should have, even after 180, they should have defended. Their all bowlers had a rate of 8+. So where they lost the plot? Either 20-30 runs short or could not defend 180.
ඇත්තටම මම හිතනවා ලකුණු 20ක් විතර ඒගොල්ලෝ ෂෝට් වුණා. මොකද ඒගොල්ලෝ මුලින් බැට් කරපු විදියට 200ක් 210ක් විතර බෝඩ් එකේ තිබ්බා. අපි ෆීල් කරලා ඉතින් අපි බැලුවේ කොහොම හරි 200ට අඩුවෙන් තියාගන්න. මම හිතනවා ඒක තමයි තිබ්බ එකම මේ විකෙලි. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මායි කුසලි හොඳට බැට් කරපු ඉඳ ඒගොල්ලන්ට පොඩක් බෝ කරන්න අමාරු වුණා. That's it.
So what he says is, I can, I'm sure. Okay, so what he says is, like, at the start, the way Australia was batting, everybody thought, actually, when we were thinking that they will go beyond 220. So he's saying they were about 20 to 30 runs short. And once they actually settled in, they knew actually both of them batted well, and they knew that it was possible to get the 180.
Pathum, congratulations on a great knock. I mean, when you're in the middle of that partnership with Kusal, like halfway through, you guys had already taken half of the total away. But towards the second half, that was where Australia lost the plot in the first innings. They lost 8 wickets in the 10 overs. They managed only 71 runs in their final 10. So what was the conversation with Kusal like to make sure that your team also doesn't go that route? Were you thinking of playing slightly longer, even if the rate was, even if the running required rate climbs up a little bit? Was the conversation about trying to bat a little longer?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම අපි දෙන්න ප්ලෑන් කරේ. මොකද දෙන්නටම හොඳ ස්ටාර්ට් එකක් හම්බුණා. ඉතින් අපි දෙන්න ප්ලෑන් කරේ නෝමල් ඕවර්ස් 12ක් විතර නෝමල් ගහන්න. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා හොඳටම බැට් කරා. ඉතින් මටත් ලේසි වුණා ඒකම බැට් කරන්න. ඉතින් අපි දෙන්න ප්ලෑන් කරේ එහෙම ගහගෙන ගිහිල්ලා ඕවර්ස් 12න් පස්සේ පොඩ්ඩක් කවුරු හරි එක්කෙනෙක් චාර්ජ් කරන්න.
So what he said was that they were planning to bat normally for up to 12 overs, and once they were actually batting up to 12, they realized that they were batting well and they were getting runs, so they didn't really have to push it, and they were getting enough runs, and so they found it very easy, and they kept on discussing, but they never had a actually opportunity where they had to just go after the bowling.
Last 3 questions because we still have mixed zones, so we'll go for Fidel, and then we'll go the gentleman in the green and also the gentleman behind him in the blue.
Pathum, අද ගහපු පාරවල් වලින් ඔයා ගොඩක්ම එන්ජොයි කරපු එකක් දෙකක් තියෙනවද එහෙම චුට්ටක් විශේෂයෙන් මතක් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒවා?
අද ගහපු වලින් මං ආසයි රිවර්ස් ස්වීප් එකට.
කාට ගහපු එකද?
ලෙෆ්ට් ආර්ම් ස්පින්.
පැතුම් මේ අපි දැක්ක මේ සෙන්චරි එක ඇවුවට පස්සේ සෙලිබ්‍රේෂන් එක දර මේ බැට් එක උස්ස ඊට පස්සේ කට වහන්න කියලා කිව්වා. කට වහන්න කියලා සිග්නල් එකක් දුන්නා කාටද ඒ කිව්වේ?
නෑ ඒක නෝමල් මං කරන දෙයක් ඒ කාටවත් කිසිම දෙයක් කරේ නෑ.
The question was, after he got his century, he actually put his finger to his mouth and said, you know, so they were asking why. So he said, no, it's nothing against anyone. He just did it.
පතුම් ගොඩක් ප්‍රේක්ෂකයෝ ඔයා ගැන විශ්වාසය තියලා තිබ්බා. ඒ වගේම කණ්ඩායම ගැන විශ්වාසය තියලා තිබ්බා සුපිරියටට යයි කියලා. පල්ලේ කැලේ පිරෙන්න මිනිස්සු ඇවිල්ලා හිටියා. ඒ ප්‍රේක්ෂක සහයෝගය ගැන මොකද හිතෙන්නේ? ප්‍රේක්ෂකයන්ගෙන් ලැබිච්ච හයිය ඔයාලට කොයිතරම් හයියක් වුණාද?
ඇත්තටම ලොකු හෙල්ප් එකක් වුණා. මොකද මේ අය ක්‍රවුඩ් එකක් ඇවිල්ලා අපිට සපෝට් කරද්දි මාර එනර්ජි එකක් තියෙනවා අපිටත්. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම ඉදිරි තරඟ වලටත් ඇවිල්ලා අපිට විදිහට උදව් ගන්න කියලා මම ඉල්ලනවා. ඉතින් ආපු හැම කෙනෙක්ටම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා.